You're the maker, the social media manager, the packaging expert, and the shipping king or queen. You wear every single hat in every direction your business goes in. But how do you do all of those maintenance tasks while still growing and scaling your handmade business? Today, we're going over the 3 systems that I have in place to manage my day-to-day operations while still feeling like I can grow and scale my business the way I want to. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome back to this week's episode. You're watching Pink Envelope Brands, your strategic partner in managing your handmade business, from marketing to branding and everything in between. My name is Sarah, and I'm sure it comes as no surprise if you are familiar with the content that I regularly post that we need a way to manage every part of our business, okay? It is so challenging to be the only person that runs every single department within your company. But these 3 things I think will be super helpful and kind of help you. The best way I could describe it is stay above water. You know, nobody wants to tread the water. Obviously, you don't want to go under. So how can you better prepare and be ready for the upcoming season? Now, arguably the most important way we are going to stay on top of our tasks is to create a running to-do list. I house mine in my planner, like my calendar, and that is what works best for me. You might find other ways better, like, for example, just a piece of paper. Maybe you have it in your notes app. Maybe you use an app like Trello. There are plenty of to-do list apps out there. So finding whichever way works best for you and just keeping a list of everything you need to do when you see that it needs to be done. I'm really good at carrying around my calendar with me, so I always have my to-do list with me. It leaves the house with me in the morning and it comes in the house with me in the evening. This is probably just so I don't drown in all of my kids' activities and my master's program and running my business, but I do think that that really helps. Just make sure whatever mode you choose, you're going to stick to carrying it around with you. And really, all this is a running to-do list. For example, if I'm going through my website on Tuesday night randomly and see, oh wow, this has really outdated pictures. My labels look different now, which I have found recently. So I added take pictures of blank, blank, blank to my to-do list, and they will not be crossed off my list until that is done. I do that with product photography. I do that with the blog that I am working on, which if you've already checked it out, thank you so much. A couple of you left comments on different posts and I really appreciate it. It's been obviously it was quite a bit to put together, but I really believe in the direction that I'm headed in, and I know that the value is there. So I do appreciate all of you who have stopped by and downloaded the free spreadsheet template for makers. Really appreciate it. It's been so great to see you guys kind of moving over there from my channel. And then I did also just want to mention that I know the quantity of blog posts is not quite there yet, but don't worry. I'm adding to it as often as I can in between, like I said, my kids and my masters. So thank you so much if you've already went over there and checked it out. I do have more things coming to it. They're just quite not ready yet. So the to-do list has been super helpful for that. Number 2, everyone's favorite topic, scheduling. I know. Nobody likes to schedule things, but here's what I have found. I'm a firm believer in you only touch it once. And this came to me actually as like a piece of advice from a veteran teacher when I was in my first year of teaching. So I've been working with this, I guess, I don't want to call it a strategy, but like this kind of notion for quite some time. And I really do think that it has helped me stay focused and like complete tasks appropriately. In appropriate amounts of time, I guess I should say. I am notorious for, I'm going to do this and then 10 years later, you'll see it. And that's a terrible habit, especially for a business owner. So what I do is, whatever it is, I only touch it once. I don't stop doing it until it is done. And this has truly helped me. My second system that will help you manage your day-to-day operations is to choose days or time blocks and assign tasks, or kind of like departments, I guess would be a better way to put it, to each of those days or time blocks. That way you can manage it. You obviously run the whole business, right? You have to make products, You have to answer customer service questions, feedback, etc. Shipping takes time, labeling, website updates. So we'll just say 5. Then if you like, then, oh, filming content, all the other things that you have to do. So let's just say you have 5 tasks or 5 departments within your business. Okay. Now, this is going to obviously depend on you. I personally go with time blocks, but because I know like the free spaces of time that I have, I don't necessarily have time every single day, but I do have specific times on multiple days, if that makes sense. So what you're going to do is decide, okay, if you're going with the time blocks example, on Mondays and Wednesdays at the 2 p.m. time block, I am responding to all of my emails. Then you're going to assign shipping days, and you're going to put a little tag on your website that says I ship on X day and X day and X day, or however many days. That way people know you should get your order in this day if you want it shipped on this day. You know what I'm saying? So you're not kind of like grasping at straws and trying to package an order right now and an order later and an order right now. Assign time blocks to that so you can stay on top of these tasks. Same thing with content creation. Which I'm going to talk about. It's actually the third part of, or the third system to put into place to help you. So I'm not going to like dwell too much on that, but you want to assign a time block to creating content, and then assign a time block to making the posts and like doing auto post features on whatever platform. The bottom line is you don't want to just be sitting there and be like, man, I have 30 free minutes right now, but I'm drowning in tasks and I don't know what to do. If you assign yourself these time blocks or days that you know you have, then you're readily able and available to complete those departments' tasks at the time that the time has come. So many words in that sentence, honestly. That one was, I'm also fighting a cold. We're gonna head into our third system, just in case my nasally voice is getting on your nerves, and that is to create a content rotation. It's not exactly life-changing. However, if you're looking for a way to better manage all of your departments, this is a fabulous strategy to put into place. So let's talk about it. What you're going to do is schedule yourself a time block and add to your to-do list. Research what kinds of, and of course this is just like an abbreviated version. If you want to talk about it more, just let me know and I can make a full video for it. But essentially you're going to research what does well on your first platform, what does well on your second platform. For example, YouTube Shorts, for me, has gotten the most views on videos that show piping, body butter, and sugar scrubs. Then on TikTok, I always get the most views on videos that demo a sugar scrub, like on my arm or something, nothing like weird, but like on my arm or something like that. And then Instagram, I haven't quite figured that out yet. So I can't really say for sure there. But in short, those are 2 types of posts that do very well on both of those platforms. So you're going to make a little list of post types that do well here and there. I'm going to sort them into 2 categories, week A and week B. Then you're going to film all of them. I know it sounds like, oh yeah, Sarah, just do all of these things, and it will take time, but it's, if you want to grow on the platforms, then you have to put time into growing on those platforms. It works with 10 pieces of content, okay? So you take 5 of them and put them on week A, 5 of them, put them on week B. You start posting. Week 1 will have your week A content for YouTube and your week B content for TikTok. Then when you get to the second week, your week B material will be reposted on YouTube and your week A material will be reposted on TikTok. So you're going to do kind of like a flip. You don't want to post the same video on both of your platforms at the same time. Realistically, a true fan is going to follow you on all of the platforms that they can. So that might be a little redundant to them. But if you post it here Monday of this week and there Wednesday of next week or whatever day it happens to be, it might be refreshing for them to see something like that. Basically, you want to make sure that you flip the content that you put on each platform each week, okay? Like I said, it is obviously quite a bit more than it seems like, but it is a really great strategy to help you stay consistent. And that's what we want to do. We want to stop treading water and get above it and grow and scale. Now, I know I said 3, but I did want to give you like this really quick bonus, okay? Oftentimes, I find that when I don't know what to do, if I look back at my business plan, not necessarily like my why, I know my why, my daughter and I, this is like our thing, okay? So I know my why, so that's not a question for me, but reviewing your business plan can really help you stay focused and stay on track, especially when you're having more of a rough day. It's really easy to dwell on the lows instead of motivate yourself on the highs. And I know that's true for me. I'm dwelling on that thinking there's something wrong with me instead of being thankful for a new partnership with a well-known distributor that will be coming up. And the new retail location I have coming up next weekend, like launching for the first time next weekend. So if you have your business plan, it's actually really easy to look back at it and say, okay, here's where I'm going. I'm not going to forget where I'm going. You know, we're doing all these things. It's hard to remember. When we're doing all of these different things on all of these different days, it's hard to remember how far we've come and the progress that we've made. So keep that in mind. You know, reflecting on your business plan is always a good idea. And if you don't have a business plan, here's where I can help. I recently added a business plan template for makers on my website. It's really great. And if you don't have a business plan in place, then you really, really should. I'm happy to make like another video where we kind of go through it page by page. But if you're ready to download it and get those ideas on paper, that way you can set yourself up for success when developing your systems that we covered today. If you need more like a walkthrough type of video, just let me know. I'm happy to make that for you. The link for it is in the description box below. Don't forget to download your freebies while you're over there. Right now I have the inventory spreadsheet and my growing fragrance oil reviews that you can download for free when you're purchasing the business plan. All right, friends, that's where we're going to leave today's video. I hope that you found some value. Definitely let me know if you need any clarification. I do feel like the content section was like a little back and forth, so if you need some further clarification there or you want a separate video, just let me know. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one.